much as in a family, if the housewife is not good, contaminated, then there is no good life in the family. In Western countries especially, and in this country also nowadays, there is no peace between husband and wife, and there is practically no family life. In Western countries there is divorce. Here also the divorce law is introduced, and no family is happy. Ginni doshe grihastha nosta. So king must be very pious. So Maharaja Yudhisthira, we have studied a few verses about Maharaj. The beginning is dharmena. Here it is. Pitryachanumato raja vasudevanumudita chakara rajyam dharmena pitri paitamaham vibhu. So he was Dharmaraj Yudhisthira, he was ruling dharmena. Dharmena means just according to the desire of the Supreme Lord. This is dharma. Dharmam to sakshat bhagavat. Dharmena means, religious principle means to act according to the order of the Supreme Personality of God. This is religious principle. It is not that you manufacture some dharma. We are Hindus, we are Muslims, we are Christians. These are not dharmas. Nobody cares for God. Nobody carries out the order of God. Nobody knows what is God. Nobody knows what is relationship with God. So where is dharma? We are bogus. Therefore, Bhagavad says, dharma purojhita koitavatra. This so-called cheating type of religious system is kicked out in Bhagavad. Real dharma. What is the real dharma? Param sattam dhimahi. Namo bhagavate vasudevaya. This is dharma. Namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Beginning. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Vasudeva, Krishna. Vyasdeva is offering respect. Why? Then sattam param dhimai. He is the supreme truth. What is that supreme truth? Janmadasya jataha. That supreme truth from whom everything emanates. And this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Matta sarvam pravartate aham sarvasya prabhava. This is confirmed. The Vedanta Sutra gives hint that the absolute truth, Brahma, is there, which is the original source of all emanations. That is absolute. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. What is Brahma? Brahma means the original source of everything. So, this is the Vedanta Sutra. And Krishna says, aham sarvasya prabhava, matta sarvam pravartate, iti matya bhajante mam buddha bhavadamannit. So when one becomes Buddha, Buddha means well aware of everything, then he understands Krishna is the source of everything. He is the Supreme. So, and dharma, as it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in reference with the Ajamil Upakhyan, Jamaraj said, Dharmant Sakshat Bhagavat Panit. Nobody can manufacture dharma. So, here Yudhisthira Maharaj ruled over this planet, Bharatvarsha, Dharmena, here it is said. Chakara Rajyam Dharmena. Exactly. And here also it is confirmed that Bhishmoktam Achyutoktam Nishamma Bhishmoktam Atha Achyutoktam. So, if such kind of king is there, then everything is all right. Everything. And establishing such pious king, here it is stated, Yudhisthirang Pritamana Bhuva Ishara Niveshaitya Nijarajya Ishara Yudhisthiram Pritamana Bhuva. And Krishna, why he took part in the battlefield of Kurukshetra? He wanted that these rascals should be removed, the Duryodhana and company. And Yudhisthira must be there. Therefore he personally supervised the warfare. He took the reins of Arjuna's chariot to give him direction. Kill all these people. Even Bhishma, even Dronacharya, kill all of them, because they have taken side of the wrong side. Kill them. That is Krishna's order. Although Bhishma is respectable, Dronacharya is respectable, your guru, your grandfather, and such great personality, certainly they are respectable. But because they have taken side of the wrong side, they must be killed. They must be. This is the instruction. So dharma is so strong. Dharma means to abide by the order of Krishna. That is dharma. If we remain faithful to Krishna, and what Krishna says, if we do that, that is perfect dharma. Savai pumsang paro dharma, jato bhakti radhokari. That is first class religious system. We do not decry any system of religion. We do not say that Hindu religion is better than Christian religion. In what way Hindu religion is better than Christian religion? The followers of so-called Christian religion, they are also set of nonsense, and so are the Hindus. Why we should give preference to one class of rascals and fools than the other class of rascals and fools? We have no such idea. The Hindus are better than the Muslim or the Christian, or the Muslims are Christians. We do not care. We want to see, test how much he is devotee of God, how much he has developed his God consciousness. Then we accept that here is done. That is the test. Sabai pumsang paro jato bhakti radhokari. I told you sometimes, I think in New York airport, so seeing us, the sadhus, one young man came to me. So he introduced himself, said, I am Christian. I faithfully discharge my religious principle. So I told him, no, you do not faithfully discharge your religion. So he was surprised that without talking with him, immediately I charged that you don't follow your Christian religion. Now why do you say like that? Do you eat meat? Yes, sir. Then you are not a Christian. You are not a Christian. Because in the Christian religion, the first commandment is, thou shalt not kill. So you are encouraging killing. How you are a Christian? You are not a Christian. Actually, everyone is very proud of becoming Christian, Hindu, Muslim, but nobody is for it. Nobody is for it. All bogus. Because if they would have followed, we don't say follow this religion, that religion. If actually they would have followed, then the symptom would have been they have become devotee of God. Love of God. And as soon as he becomes lover of God, he becomes fully qualified with all good qualifications. Jasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasati. This is the test. He hasn't got to be trained up how to become honest, how to become clean, how to become this, how to become that. If he becomes a lover of God, Krishna, then all the good qualities automatically reveal. Just like when you are out of disease condition, all your healthy symptoms are revealed, manifest. It doesn't require to bring them separately. To bring them separately. It is already there. Because every living entity is part and parcel of God, Krishna. He has got all the good qualities of Krishna. Very minute quantity. The Goswamis have analyzed 78%. Not in full, but in minute quantity. It is not joke. 78% of the qualities of Krishna is there in living entity. And Krishna means all good. They are all good qualities. So actually, when one becomes a devotee, he is qualitatively one with Krishna. Because one cannot become devotee without acquiring the Krishna qualities. You cannot go into the fire without being fire. Without being Brahma, you cannot approach Brahma. Just like if you want to be secretary of a very big man. So you must have necessary qualification. Not that any man can become secretary of a big man. So when one becomes devotee, it is the statement of Shastra, Jasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana. Akinchana bhakti. Akinchana bhakti means without any motive. That is akinchana. I will become devotee because I will get this opportunity to exploit Krishna. That is not devotion. When one shall be ready to be exploited by Krishna, then he is a devotee. Not that with a motive that I shall become a devotee and exploit Krishna and Krishna consciousness movement and aggravate my position as sense gratifier. No, that is not devotion. Anna vilasita sunnam jnana karmadana abdita anukullena Krishna anusukanam bhakti uttam. That is uttam. And that when one attains that uttam bhakti, then he is first class follower really. Savai pumsang parodam jato bhakti. It doesn't matter whether you are Christian or Mohammedan or Hindu. We want to see whether you are a lover of God, you are a devotee of God. You can sacrifice everything for God. Then you are real. Otherwise, there is no question of religion. So Yudhisthira Maharaj was that type of religious, dharmi. And as soon as you become, then ajita asraya, your shelter becomes under the lotus feet of Krishna. It is not story. Krishna says, aham tvam sarva pape brahmapusha. Masucha. It is not story. Krishna says, confirmed, you just become my devotee. and I will give you all protection. Kaunteya pratijanihi nami bhakta pranasi. There are so many assurances. Immediately I give you protection. Aham tva sarva papibham. If I am released from all reaction of my sinful activities, then where is my difficulty? Difficulty is there. So long one is sinful, we suffer the reaction of sinful activities. But if there is no sin, I become purified, then where is suffering? There is no question of suffering. So, the king being the head, Naradeva, therefore king's another name is Naradeva. He is God. King is considered as God, representative of God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami gave certificate to Nawab Hussain Shah that you are representative of Krishna. When Nawab Hussain Shah was inquiring about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that this person is not ordinary person. We are kings. Sometimes when you give in charity, so many men flock round us. But here he is a person, wherever he is going, thousands of men are following him. So he is not ordinary person. After all, he is a king. He has got intelligence. Even from diplomatic point of view, he can understand. So, he inquired from his minister, Sanatana Goswami. So, who is this person? So Sanatana Goswami replied that whom you accept as Paigambar, the prophet, easy. It is your fortune that during your reign he has taken birth in Bengal. You are governor, you are the king of Bengal. And why you are asking me? You are king. You are representative of Krishna. You ask your mind and you will understand what he is. He gave the certificate immediately. Not that, you are Mohammedan, what you can do. No. Mohammedan Hindu doesn't matter. If one is king, he must be blessed by Krishna. He has been given the opportunity to become. And if the king also remembers that I am representative of God, God has given me this post to rule over this country, to make them dharmic, to follow, to understand Krishna consciousness, then that is my duty, first duty. Then everything is all right. The rascal so-called kings, they think that it is my property. Let me tax the people to the extreme and take the money and enjoy in drinking and enjoying women. Therefore, the monarchy is finished. But what is the benefit by finishing this monarchy? The democracy, that is another set of rascals. There was one rascal, now hundreds of rascals. That is it. Hundreds of rascals, they go and form the democratic government, minister. There is dacoity, there is rising of the rogues and thieves, and they are enjoying fat salary. So, at the present moment, we are in a very precarious condition, so far the government is concerned. People may say that I am speaking against government, but I am just comparing the government of Maharaja Yudhisthira and the present. If I am not doing anything in my imagination, these are the things. Actually, that is the thing. And if the king is right, if the king is dharmic, proper representative of God, then supply, there is no limit of supply. Take. We have got experience. And sometimes we find in this mango season, profuse mango. People cannot end it by eating. And sometimes there is no mango. Why? The supply is in the hand of Krishna through his agent, the material nature, this earth. The earth can produce profusely if people are honest, God conscious. There cannot be any scarcity. Therefore, it is said that kamang bavarasa parjanya. God gives. Ika jo bahunam vidudhati kama. Nitya nityanam chetanas chetananam. So God, Krishna, fulfills all our desires. Now in Bengal we are seeing some rains. In other parts of India there is no rain. Last time I had been in Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, all dry. People are in Bombay also. People are very much unhappy. There is famine, declaration of famine. So if there is no parjanya, rains, then everything finished. You have so many schemes, 10 years plan, 5 years plan, and so many plans, they will all dry up. The rascals, they do not know. And how parjanya becomes possible? Jagyat bhavati parjanya. Parjanyat anna sambhava. To perform yajna, there will be parjanya. The rain falling is not in your hand. You may be great scientist and calculate so much hydrogen and so much oxygen mixed up, there is water. Now mix up and bring water, but there is no rain. So, these so-called scientists, because all of them are rascals. We should take instruction from Shastra. Krishna says, Parjanyat anna sambhava, jajñāt bhavati parjanya. If you perform yajna, yajñāsistasino santa, mucchante sarvakilmisai. You have to perform yajna. Yajna means to satisfy Vishnu. That is yajna. Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, another name is Jaggapati. So, Jagyathe karma, annatra lokayam karma bandhana. Therefore, everything should be done for Jagyathe, for satisfying Vishnu. But nothing vidu sarthagating Vishnu. These rascals, they do not know that their real interest is to satisfy Vishnu, not his sense. These rascals, they do not know it. They think somewhere or other, if I can satisfy my senses, then my life is perfect. But you cannot satisfy your senses without satisfying the Lord's sense. If there is no water, no grain, no food, how you can satisfy your senses? So, if you satisfy the senses of the Lord, then your senses will be satisfied automatically. Tasmin tushti jagat tushti. But if you neglect to satisfy the senses of the Lord, and if you want to satisfy your senses, that will not be done. So, Maharaja Yudhisthira was always prepared to satisfy Krishna. He was sorry that so many people were killed in the battle, but he was happy. Krishna wanted, Krishna is satisfied. That's all. That's all. Never mind, so many people have been killed. But personally, he was not happy But Krishna was satisfied. Krishna wanted Paritrana sadhunam vinashaya duskritam. So he has finished all the duskritam. But finishing duskritam, everyone got sarupa. They were all liberated. Therefore Krishna is all good. Either he delivers the devotees and kills the non-devotees, the action, resultant action is the same. Both of them become liberated. Sarup, that is also stated. Everyone, because died seeing Krishna in presence, in the battlefield. Either this party or that party, doesn't matter. Everyone died seeing Krishna, so they were all liberated. It is not an ordinary thing. That in the presence of, we have to remember Krishna at the time of death, but Krishna is so kind in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He is personally present. Anyone is dying, he is seeing Krishna. So what is the question of liberation? Everyone is liberated. So, kamang parjanna, kamang bavarsa parjanna. Whatever you get, all the necessities of your life will be available if there is sufficient rain. Because after all, the earth produces. This is the system. There is rainfall, proper rainfall, and the earth produces. Not only food grains, also jewels also produce. Those who are astronomers, they know. Under certain constellation of the star, if the rain falls on the head of a snake, there is jewel. If the rain falls on the head of an elephant, there is jewel. Then in the sea also, the pearls, they are produced. It is all due to rains. So kamang bavarsa. Kamang bavarsa, we require so many things. Krishna is prepared also to supply. Nature is there. But even Krishna wants to supply. If you do not become devotee, nature will restrict. No. That is the proof when there was less supply. The Maharaj Prithu wanted to kill Prithvi. She explained that why you are after me? It is my duty. Now there are only demons. I don't want to give food to the demons. I want to give food to the devotees. She said. So, nature's restriction of supply will be there when people become demons, non-devotees. When people become demons, the nature will stop supply. And there will be famine, pestilence. This is the way. So during the time of Maharaja Yudhisthira, they were not demons. Maharaja Yudhisthira, Maharaj Parikshit, when he wanted to kill Kali, he gave him two chances, either you get out of my kingdom or I shall kill you. So, Kali said, my lord, I am also your subject. My activities are very heinous, that is my nature. I am meant for that purpose. But I am also your subject. So, why you want to drive me away? You give me some place where I shall go, if you don't like me. So then he gave him place, Jatra Papas Chaturvidha. Sriyassunapana Bhuta Jatra Papas, where there are 4 principles of sinful activities, namely illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating and gambling. You can go there. So Kali could not find a single place where these things are going on. That is during the reign of Maharaj Parikshit. So he became very much distressed. Therefore, under his plan, he also wanted to drive away Maharaj Parikshit so that he can advance his activities, holy activities. So, one Brahmin boy cursed him. The boy was influenced by Kali. His father repented. Oh, you rascal boy, what you have done? One side, that a boy born of a Brahmin only 12 years old, he could curse even a big king like Maharaj Parikshit, and that is invocable. It cannot be nullified. Of course, Maharaj Parikshit could nullify, but he accepted. So even a Brahmin boy could curse. But this was wrong. His father repented later on. What you have done, childish. Such a king. So as soon as Maharaj Parikshit was moved from the scene, the Kali began in full force. Therefore, sometimes it is said that the Brahmins are responsible for introducing Kali. So that is not actually fact. In due course of time, everything will happen. So Maharaj Yudhisthira was so pious that during his reign time, Kamam Babansapajjan, there was regular rainfall and everything was produced. Nice. Sarvakama Bhugham. Sarvakam. The another side is that you don't require industries, trade. You don't require. If you have got land and cow, then everything is complete. This is basic principle of Vedic civilization. Have some land, have some cows. Dhanena dhanavan, gavaya dhanavan. Not industry. There is no need of industry because you want some food, nice meat, nice fruit. That will be produced by nature. You cannot manufacture all these things in the factory. So therefore, at the present moment, the big factories, they are the activities of the asuras, ugra karma. All the people are dragged in the city, industrial area, to engage them in the produce of iron bars, big iron bars, Tata Iron Industry, and so many other industries. The capitalists, they have drawn all the innocent people from the village, and they think that we are getting fat salary. But what is the use of fat salary? At one side you get fat salary, another side you have to purchase 3 rupees a kilo rice. When is your salary? This is going on. Let them produce their own food. Let him have some land. Let him produce his own food. Let there be cows. Let the cows become happy. Now here is very important word, that Pasodhasati muda. Odhasati muda. That's very jolly. Because they can understand whether they are going to be killed or not. Because they are animals, they have got sense. I have seen in your country, almost all cows are crying. Because in the beginning, all the cubs are taken away and slaughtered in their presence. Perhaps you know. Thank you very much.